Hello and welcome to Retro Game Connect. I'm Dan Mastriani.
I'm Ian Butterfield.
And today we're going to be solving some puzzles because we're playing The Fool's Errand for Mac. Yes, we're actually playing a Mac game today. I have not set up a Mac emulator, so we're not necessarily going to be playing a bunch of classic Mac games, but this one is basically available for free from the author's website with its own emulation wrapper. So that's
nice.
That's pretty good. So yeah, basically this game is a series of puzzles, but it's got its own kind of meta story. So as you solve puzzles, you get additional puzzles and eventually unlock even more puzzle stuff. And we'll see how it works. Basically,
didn't a game like this actually kind of just come out? The Witness, I think. It's essentially an island full of puzzles that you have to solve.
Yeah. These are more traditional puzzles, though. So
well,
we're talking like word searches and cryptograms and.
Oh, it doesn't generate its own.
Yeah.
Puzzles because
it's not like physics puzzles or something. It's
Physics.
Yeah, so it's not like that kind of thing. So it's puzzle solving is like the kind of stuff brain teasers.
Yeah.
So anyhow, let's go ahead and play, and we'll probably be able to explain it better once we actually have the game going. So here we go. So yeah, this game was done entirely by Cliff Johnson on a Mac 512K that he bought in the early 80s. Yeah, so as you can see, it is in black and white. So this is the early black and white Mac. Basically, the 512 is a slightly upgraded version of the original. It's basically the original Mac with more memory. So basically, he was a fan of traditional puzzles. We should probably read this out because this is important.
I mean, I've been reading it this whole time.
Yes. So we're just, for the audience. So one sunny day, a light-hearted fool strolled along a hilly path, whistling a merry tune. A long wooden pole was slung over his shoulder, and attached to it was a cloth bundle which carried his life's possessions. "What a marvelous afternoon!" he exclaimed to no one in particular, pausing to appreciate the lovely countryside. Soon the trees parted, and the path led to a small clearing, ending abruptly at the edge of a treacherous cliff.
Johnson.
Yes, exactly. But the fool was undaunted and kept at his swift pace, steadily approaching the sheer drop. "Your folly is most curious," a voice boomed. "Have you no fear of death?" Just as one leg dangled over the side of the cliff, the fool hesitated. "Who dares to interrupt my errand?" he demanded impatiently. Come on, there we go. "I dare," the bright yellow sun replied. "Well then," the fool considered, "I seek the 14 treasures of the world, and I am told that a man who strays from his path is lost." "That may well be true," spoke the sun, "but I fear that you are already lost. Take this map as my gift. It will aid you in your quest."
Yo, how high is this guy?
And in a flash of light, an aged parchment appeared at his feet. "At last, a path to follow," cried the fool, happily taking the map. "Perhaps," the sun murmured, "yet things are never as simple as they may seem."
Perhaps.
But the fool had already run back down the hill and did not hear the sun's parting words. Yeah, so now you think okay, this is just storytelling, right? It's setting up the story.
Here, I'll read some more since I have to warm my voice up for a Rocky Horror show later. Further along, the fool came to a wooden wheel mounted atop an old tree stump. "A wheel of fortune!" he exclaimed. "Perhaps it will tell me of the 14 treasures." He gave the wheel a spin, and after many it came to rest on a set of jumbled letters. But unfortunately, the fool knew of such magic, and was unable. Wait, what? But unfortunately, the fool knew of such magic. and was unable to decipher its meaning. So he knew, but he doesn't know what, why,
Yeah, I
who.
think that may be an error. So, yeah,
Yeah.
as you may have guessed, this is actually based around the tarot.
The what?
The tarot.
Oh, tarot cards.
Yes, tarot cards.
Ah.
The Fool, the Sun, the Wheel.
In the sky keeps on turning.
Exactly.
Okay. Very soon he came to an aged stone monument set upon a carved pedestal. It was a model of the world. At last! The fool exclaimed, running over the globe and searching it carefully. There must be a clue to the 14 treasures here somewhere. Yes! The world suddenly replied. Praise be! He cried, leaping for joy. Please, I am in haste. What can you tell me? Yes, the world repeated. The fool scratched his head in bewilderment. You say yes, yet nothing more. Yes, was its final word on the matter.
Okay, so apparently this is going to take us through all of them, so we should probably break out and do some puzzles. But the reason we've been reading this out is because there are actually clues in the story sequences. So eventually we'll want to look at all these and go back to them to for like tips at figuring out some of the later puzzles. But for now, let's go ahead and do one of the ones we've already seen the story sequence for. Let's see the sun puzzle here. Okay, so this is just the story. Interesting. So what do I have to do here?
Perhaps click on the question mark.
Yeah, so let's try that. There we go. All right. Oh.
Oh, good. It wants tarot. A thought.
Okay.
In the case of
So
the card wins. Yield costs 27 points. The first player to earn over 666 points wins the game.
interesting.
Yield cannot see the card in the lower right-hand corner.
So,
Okay.
I'm not sure how to play this, but let's see if we can figure it out. We'll give it a
Click on
try.
cards in your hand and see if it shows a point value.
It's telling me to select a card, so I'm just gonna select a card and see what it
But
has.
see if it'll show you a point value for the cards that are already in your hand.
Like Justice. Yeah, no, it wants me to select one of these. So I'm gonna go with Dio, the world. Haha. Sun Beast Magician. Okay. I don't quite get it.
So, okay, so what happened there was you had an even amount of points in your hand, and if it's a tie, whichever hand has a card that's worth the single most points at a time wins.
Yeah. How do I know what they're worth though?
Let me see if that internet thing has anything to do with it.
I mean, the magician won before, but yeah, the old man yielded.
So that
So,
cost 27 points.
yeah, but it didn't gain me any. Oh, yeah. Unless you can find something, I think we might have to try to do something else because I don't know what the rules of this game are.
I am looking. Well, the issue is getting figuring out the worth of the cards.
Yeah.
So, like, the old
I'm.
man has negative 18 points. So
Mm,
you need to select a card and try to create a hand that's worth the most points.
yes, but I don't.
So,
I have no idea what the values are.
just for ha-has, go for the Hierophant.
Apparently, the sun beats. But isn't that? Oh, okay.
So you won.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So either way, this is going to take way too long because we have to get 666 points.
Let's just try a few. So the sun, the star. They have temperance. Let's go with the moon.
Sure. Okay. But I still have to get to 666 points, and he just lost.
Oh, I know. Let's just play a few hands of it.
I don't know. The star, maybe?
Yeah, let's go with the star. The full wins 63 points.
Oh, Astral Pair beats Lucky Pair. Okay. That's something.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right, so the star, the magician, then the hanged man, the devil, and death.
There you go with the devil and the magician.
Yeah, let's try that. Nope. Mortal pair beats magician.
Okay. Oh boy, we're guessing like crazy here.
Moon and temperance. Take the hermit.
Okay, sure, why not?
Nope.
Okay.
High priestess the moon.
Yeah, we lost. Well, here we'll go with another celestial. The sun and the moon, right? Seems like it makes sense.
Astral pair.
Yeah, there we go. Astral pair.
Bam.
Okay.
The magician in the world. Take the lovers.
Why not? No. You had a lucky pair.
Magician.
Man, the fool, huh? I think we need to know like more about tarot as well. I'm gonna go with judgment because I feel like it goes with justice.
It does.
It feels like something that'll go.
Oh, low triplet beats council pair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a shame. Still, I guess I did do something that made sense.
Empress, take the. Okay, so you can either take the hermit and see if that'll complete a trio, or you can take judgment and make sure they don't get that couple.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna see what the hermit does. It's a fact-finding mission.
Astral pair. They went for the world.
Okay. Yeah, and well, we didn't even know what card he had there, but looks like that did the royal pair. So at least now we know that that's a combo.
The Empress, the Devil.
You get the High Priestess too.
The High Priestess.
Temperance has an angel on it. I wonder if it goes with the Devil though.
Temperance has what?
Temperance has an angel on it. Does it go with the Devil? Could that be a combo?
I'm wondering if the High Priestess and the Empress are a combo.
That could be too.
The High Priestess could also be a combo with the Devil.
Yeah.
It's magic stuff.
I guess. I think I'm gonna go with Temperance. We're gonna see. Okay, so that didn't match up. Had a lucky pair, huh? I don't even know.
Oh, same hand, Empress and the Devil. Oh, Emperor.
Yeah, Emperor and Empress. So, that's a shame.
This is weirdly intense.
Yeah, especially since we don't know what we're doing.
Go with the Hermit.
Okay, why not? Oh, okay. Well, the old man yielded, so I guess he didn't like our hand. But now we don't actually know if that was a combo.
Nope. All right. The Fool and the Lovers. Oh, blasted. Go with the Hierophant.
Yeah, so there we go.
Lucky pair. We had a lucky pair.
We had a lucky pair anyway, so yeah. And all he got was High Priestess. Cool. I got Cherry Emperor. I'm not basing this on anything, but I kind of just want to go with the Tower. I just have a feeling.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Low pair. There we go. Yeah, the Chariot and the Tower.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so we got a lucky pair. So the question is, can we do something that's going to add more to it?
Maybe the Hermit?
Let's try it. Ah, dang.
Mortal pair beats lucky pair.
Apparently. Empress and the Fool, huh? I'm going to go with the Magician because he's been good before.
Yeah. Fool wins
There we go.
81 points. High pair beats council pair.
Good. We're still behind, but... Okay, so we got an Astral pair, so what can add to
Ooh.
that?
Yeah.
He's got the Chariot. I kind of want to take the Emperor so he doesn't get a combo with the Chariot.
Yeah, I would go with that.
There we go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that blocked him from... Yeah, oh, he had Empress, too. So it would have gotten Royal pair if we'd let him have the Emperor. Okay. Not too bad. We're almost halfway there. Okay, I'm going to take the Star because I don't want him getting that Astral pair because it's
Judgment.
normally good.
Yeah.
Uh,
He still won, but he
oh,
by a triple.
yeah, that would have been bad.
Devastation.
Yeah.
Judgment in the world. Well, Temperance and Judgment's a pair.
Mm.
And it also blocked them from pairing Justice.
Mm.
So I would take Temperance.
Oh,
They still managed to get it with the Hierophant.
yeah. Dang.
I also am basing this on like no knowledge of tarot. I'm just trying to relate things.
I know very little about it. Like, the Fool is actually a lucky pair, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Ooh,
Oh.
triplet. F in the chat.
Oh, awkward. Well, at least now we know that exists.
This is weirdly engrossing.
Yeah, especially considering that we don't know what we're doing. I'm taking Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he goes with our.
Old
Oh,
man.
he yielded. Dang. I wanted those points. All right.
Well.
Again, we know these guys combined, so I'm gonna take High Priestess. There we go.
Dark pair beats lucky pair.
Good. All right.
Oh.
I can go with the Lovers. I think that's most likely to combine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 9 points, but.
It's Magician beats World.
Oh, okay.
The Star and the Temperance. Well, take the Moon.
I don't know. The World is going to be a pair too. I think
Well, yeah.
World is worth more than Moon. I think. That's my guess.
Oh, James Bond did say the world is not enough.
Well, apparently the old man thought it was because he forfeited.
The Empress and the Magician. I'd take the High Priestess.
Yeah. Oh, well, dang.
Sun beats Magician.
Oh, well.
This is like boring Yu-Gi-Oh, but weirdly intense.
Right. I'm going with Hermit. I feel like he's going to match him. Ah, he just quit.
Rude.
I wanted those points, old man.
The Emperor.
Yeah.
Rude.
I mean, that's useful because it gets him farther away from winning, but it doesn't get us closer.
Royal pair beats Magician. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the Emperor and the Hermit are a royal pair. Okay.
Definitely.
The World,
right.
the Hanged Man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Sun for an Astral pair. Ah, he yielded. Give me those points.
Well, because so we do have to keep in mind that so it can see the top right card, but it can't see the bottom card. Same as we can see his top card, not the bottom card.
So he doesn't know that we have the Sun.
That we're going to get a pair. He's likely to yield.
Yeah.
So I would say Death.
Yeah, I feel like I want to get the Fool because I don't want him to come. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Because
I think this is 6-1. Either anyway, we're not getting too great of a set here.
Well, either way, I'm gonna because we are the Fool. So
there we go. Oh, the Fool and the Sun are a high pair.
Yeah, we forgot. We got one of those earlier, so I should remember that. Okay.
Judgment and the Moon.
I feel. Well, do you want to see if the Fool that's another high pair with the Moon, or is it with?
Yeah. Give it a try.
Let's see what it does. Okay. So now we know. Death beats Moon.
It's half the battle.
Yep.
Let's see. The Fool, Judgment, the Hierophant. I think the Hierophant and the Fool had a thing.
Yeah, Dang.
Oh,
Well, we did get a council pair, but it wasn't as good as the astral pair. Oh, we wasn't paying attention to his hand. Should have stopped him from getting the moon.
No, that was his card already.
That was his, yeah, so we didn't know he had it. Never mind. All right, well, nothing we could have done about that, I guess. I think so. This was a dark pair.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try that.
I think it's devil.
There we go.
Dark pair beats council pair.
A little close. It'd be good if we can win it on the first time.
Yeah.
I know with the world, astral pair.
Star.
Oh, yielded.
Dude.
All right, strength the Emperor.
Emperor, strength.
I don't know if it'll be. I know the Chariot is a combination, but I am worried that about giving him the Sun because it's a valuable card. I guess I'll go with the Chariot because it's a combo.
Yeah. Yielded.
I mean, that gets him farther away from winning, but doesn't get us
closer. Okay, so we already have a pair. So maybe go with the Star?
Because it's a high value card?
I mean,
Warning of Temperance kind of goes with any of these.
Well, the Temperance has more council pairs, like Judgment.
I kind of want to take Temperance.
I mean, okay.
I'm gonna do it. I should take him. You're right. You were right. Should have taken the Star. I'll definitely take him the Star this time. Oh, dark pair is better. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Okay, Temperance, the Devil. Okay, so if we take Justice, that removes them from getting a pair and gives us a pair.
Yeah.
Judgment.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. I mean, we can't. He yielded. Okay, astral pair. I'm going for. Hopefully, he doesn't have something better. He yielded.
Full Star.
I feel like I don't want to give him death.
In the mix.
Unless you disagree, I think I'm going to take death.
Yeah, take death out of the mix.
Yeah. Death not much, but it worked out in their favor. All right.
Well, if you want to just block him, I would take Wheel of Fortune.
Well, why not?
You're gonna block from a pair.
Oh.
Still has a pair.
Yeah, well, there's nothing we can do about that because it was one of his.
Now we're tied.
Yeah. Ooh. Getting risky.
And the Chariot. I think the Hermit and the Chariot were a high pair.
Yeah. Well, I'll try it.
Damn.
He had the Sun. Well, okay. So let's do.
It's a weirdly interesting game.
It is, but we should do a different puzzle because
on it.
It takes a while. Yeah.
I actually got weirdly sucked in by that.
Yeah, it was kind of neat.
Very minimal things about tarot cards.
Yeah. We can't do the Sun puzzle yet. That's a mental puzzle. We have to solve some of the other ones first.
So let's do the world.
All right.
It's in front of you.
Yes.
Okay. We read all this already.
We did read it.
Do the thing.
Let's see what the puzzle was.
France, right at the top.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Russia, next down, all the way to the left. And Scotland on the far right on the same route.
Oh, you said all the way to the left.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I see
one,
it.
Yeah, one down all the way.
Damn it. That was an accident.
All the way to the right on the same line as Scotland.
I see it.
Next one down. Sweden is kind of in the middle.
Really, I've got to do it in the order.
Next one down, Sweden is right across the middle.
I see it.
And then Norway is just beneath it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you're good at these because I'm not amazing at word searches.
Ireland is one level down, all the way to the left.
Sees it. Come on, careful.
And now one level down immediately to your right is Poland.
Poland. I see it. Yeah, Poland.
And obviously, the land of DC. Oh, you found Portugal.
I
okay.
found Portugal. Which,
So 2
there's
levels
Italy right
down.
there.
Poland. Oh, yep, Italy. 2 levels down from Poland and a little to the right, Iceland.
There it is, Iceland. Be careful not to accidentally highlight anything else.
Oh, 2 levels down from Iceland is England.
Okay, so hold on. I just saw Albania.
Oh, I haven't even started looking at the vertical yet. Next level down, all the way to the left, is the Netherlands.
Yes, I saw like land somewhere, so I'm trying to find the beginning of it. What? Did I miss? Oh, I didn't go all the way to Netherlands. That was a problem.
All the way to the bottom center is Spain.
Yes.
Now let's see.
It doesn't seem right, but it should be Romania, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so starting back at the top, the second letter in from the left down is Austria.
There you go. Yes. Austria. Ooh, only 7 to go. We're actually going to be, I'm pretty sure, I think we're actually going to be able to solve this one.
Finland, again, 3 letters over from Austria going down. Nope, so start at the top of Austria, 3 letters over, and down.
Here we go.
All right.
Then 6 to go.
So back at the top line, you want 4 letters over to the C, check, going down.
Wait.
The C,
yes.
check.
Oh, no, hold on.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia. All the way down. Oh boy, that's a long one.
Yeah. How many do we have left? 5? Okay.
5 to go.
Oh. So the 3 S's above Norway.
Norway.
Okay. The 3 S's above Norway, click on the right one, and down is Switzerland.
Sees it.
Okay.
Where to go?
So,
I found Greece.
Oh, there you go.
3 left. Oh, here's Turkey.
Nice.
Yugoslavia.
Oh, there you go.
1 left.
Germany. Okay. Second line. The G just past Russia.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Huzzah. All right, we solved one.
All right. It's a little rude for them to have Germany cutting through Poland, just saying.
That may be in politics. Okay, so because we did Germany, we can now access the maze of hedges.
He followed the cobblestone road and discovered that it ended at the entrance to a maze of tall hedges. I would not go in there if I were you, warned a woman tending to a garden of 9 star-shaped flowers. No one has ever found their way out. Well, the fool pondered, since you are not me, then it must mean that I should go in there. He disappeared into the maze and very quickly found his way to the exit.
So I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a maze.
Oh, God, it's a maze. That's really not hard.
Except a lot of it seems to be missing.
Well, that depends. Oh, wandering winds. I can't even feel a breeze. Try going straight. No, like up.
No, I'm just, I was wondering if it would be like, can you feel wind coming from?
Okay. So I
figured it was going to be something like that. So anyhow, well, okay. That's the one wind, I guess.
That awkward moment when your W throws you backwards.
Yeah, awkward moment when you have to use you can't use the keyboard to navigate the maze.
Ah, the wind.
That was weird.
It threw you into another corner. That's screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Eesh. That's okay. This means I can get. Actually, this means I could get over there possibly. No, I can't. Nope. Okay. I can go back this way. I'm gonna see if I can go around the wandering wind there. But anyhow, while we're doing this, and there's not much to say about going through a maze, which I really wish I could do with the keyboard. That'd be a lot easier. Cliff Johnson, who created the game, he actually went to Bristol High School, which is right here in
ye olde Connecticut.
yes. So we actually came from a film background. He actually started making movies on Super 8. Oof. When
Double F.
when he was in high school.
Maybe try going to the right.
Yes, anyhow, he got a job making monsters for a horror ride at Lake Compounds.
Oh yeah, Lake Compounds. Now there's somewhere I haven't been in a long time. Not
Yeah, me
just because of
neither.
the pandemic.
Ooh. It is, however, America's oldest continually operating amusement park.
And that fact is rather amusing.
Yes.
Doop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
well, that's interesting. They don't always send you to the same place.
Which means you can just use them as random teleports. Like that.
Yes, like that. That worked out in my favor.
This is totally how hedge mazes work.
Oh yeah. Didn't you know?
Why you go that way? Why you no go back?
Because there were because there were W's in my way.
Not in going back. You could have gone a different way.
Well, now I am.
Even the game told you to go the way I was telling you to go.
Yeah. Anyhow, but he did that. He actually has a degree from USC Film School.
No.
Actually, like the original concept for this game is he was actually going to make it as a physical book.
Ooh.
There was this popular game book in the UK that kind of inspired him to try to do a similar thing.
See, now look, you can go right back down that way.
I can. I'm
Just
gonna.
gotta avoid that W.
I do have to avoid it. Oh, there was another one in the way.
Apparently, you gotta avoid that one too.
Yes. One of the other projects he worked on not long before making this game, he actually did animations for Nickelodeon's first original show. Like when the channel first started, they actually like imported a lot of stuff from Canada. And some like UK cartoons and stuff like that. The first original show was Out of Control. It occurs to me you know why we can't use the arrow keys?
It didn't exist yet.
They didn't have them. They did exist, but not on Macs.
Well, yeah, because Apple takes 5 years to get to something and then calls it innovative.
No, it was because Steve Jobs wanted everything to be done with a mouse. That was his vision for the Mac. Everything should be done with a mouse. And you think of like a word processor, you kind of click on the middle of a word, right? So that's fine, that makes sense. But sometimes you want to make a fine adjustment, which is what you use cursor keys for. But Steve Jobs was like, no, it will all be done with the mouse. Because see, that was the flip side of Steve Jobs.
You gotta be able to.
Yeah, no, there cannot be any more W's.
I would not go in there if I were you, warned an old man, tending to a garden of 10 star-shaped flowers. No one has ever found their way out. But I have done so from the other side, the fool boasted. That cannot be, the old man snorted, for if you had, one of the land's lost treasures would be found. Not wishing to argue the point, the fool continued onward.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I feel like the star-shaped flowers too are a clue to something. There's a specific number of them, yeah. All right, I'll have to see what happens if I click on down, and I would just get to the world, which yes, we have. We did that one, right? We finished it.
Also, we've been at this for like a long time.
Yeah, and I just wanted to see what was next. Okay, well, there we go. I am going to do that. Because I never want to have to do that again.
No.
But there we go. That was the fool's errand. And it may have been a fool's errand, but we played it.
That we did.
So there we go. It may have been a fool's errand for us to play that, but it is really different from what we normally play.
It was. I weirdly found trying to figure out the card game part of it rather interesting.
Well, I'm guessing that is a card game with established rules that we could have looked up if we, weren't trying to play as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I don't know too much about tarot, but
yeah,
trying to figure out matches with other things was kind of entertaining.
If I remember correctly, they're basically the ancestors of modern playing cards. So people probably use them to just play games instead of predicting the future.
I mean, you could always just use the same rules as trying to predict the future with tarot cards, with any kind of cards. Just see how that works out. So,
I mean, I think there are systems for doing that.
I'm gonna just do tarot, but with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, got the Blue Eyes White Dragon upside down.
Now I'm just thinking of the Yu-Gi-Oh movie where Yugi starts explaining a card and he's like, "Shut up, you pompous windbag! I know what it does."
Wondrous.
Yeah, that was great. I'm not the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but that was just an amazing moment.
It had the more playable card game of the Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh. Rivalry back in the day.
Which is funny because neither of them were actually created as card games.
Yu-Gi-Oh was entertaining.
I'm just saying, like, Yu-Gi-Oh was just like, here's a plot of the week for my manga.
Well, basically.
And it just exploded. But we can talk about that if we ever dig up a Yu-Gi-Oh game to play.
That would be entertaining.
It's a funny story.
But
this was though
strange.
I did think it was interesting because you don't. Well, I mean, I suppose there's a lot of casual games that are probably something like this, but
essentially it's just a collection of mini games.
It is. But since we were kind of starting from the beginning, we didn't really see the whole meta puzzle, the way that unlocking puzzles kind of leads to further puzzles, and there's once you get farther enough in the game, things start linking together. like, the reason we actually stopped and read out all those stories is because they're actually clues to a larger puzzle that the game kind of folds together into later on. So you think it's just flavor text to start with, but then later on you get into the big meta puzzle and you're like, oh, there were clues to this bigger puzzle all along in these story sequences I was reading.
And then it's a game of Blue's Clues.
Yes. So the whole thing kind of builds on itself, and I think that's interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know how many I don't know how much of this sort of game there is nowadays. There were a few things like this. Like I know, Infocom actually had a text adventure that was word games, kind of like word puzzles, and you'd progress by kind of solving the word puzzles instead of the normal like use X on Y type of stuff. So that's something that people did experiment with in the 80s.
Yeah, they don't experiment enough with gameplay anymore.
Well, if you go into indie games.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah.
This is also just something interesting because, like, hey, we got to play classic Mac games, which is not something we normally do because I'm not sure how to legally do old Mac games. So, people may notice, like, oh, where's all the color? Well, that system didn't have it. I mean, the original Macs were all-in-one systems.
And there was no Super Game Boy to attach to it.
Yeah, in the early 80s, if you're going to build a monitor into your computer, it wasn't going to be in color. So, like, we know how expensive Apple stuff still is.
Yeah, they charge you $30 just to look at the box.
So, I mean, if they're going to, it was like an 8-inch black and white monitor is what you have on the original Macs. It wasn't until like the Macintosh 2 that you could hook up an external monitor and yeah, it's in color. So I used a couple of those old things in junior high school. They had a black and white Mac in the gifted and talented room. But it seemed super cool at the time because, well, it wasn't in color. It was higher resolution than competing platforms. So you could get more detail. And of course, it's pretty much the first computer that, well, the first successful computer that shipped with this is how you use it, point and click GUI. Because there was other stuff before, but it's either like, academic system that wasn't available to the general public, or it's something like the Apple Lisa, which was just financial disaster.
Wondrous.
Yeah. This is it's just a corner of gaming we don't normally look at. So I'm glad that we played it in in that respect. So again, I'm not going to promise more Mac games in the future unless people want to see this package should include 2 of his other games. So,
I could eat an apple on camera though, if that helps.
We could do that. It'd be very noisy though. I don't know if we'd want to do it. I'm sure your microphone would pick all of that up.
Just mutes it and just
yeah.
Apple.
I felt like there was another point I wanted to make, but it's just completely gone. But also, this guy, I was just really interested when I was doing research on the creator of the game to find out that he grew up right here in Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he worked for Lake Compounds, which of course I went to all the time in the 80s. One of my cousins actually had a job there, like during the 2-year Hershey Lake Compounds era when the Hershey Park Company briefly owned them. Yeah, you don't even know because they sold them again before you were even born. They gave up after literally 2 years.
Nice.
Sold it to somebody else.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's actually talking about how he pitched it. He actually pitched, he's this teenage kid still in high school, and he pitched the owners of the park, the Norton family, who have basically been here since the 1600s and owned that area that Lake Commonwealth was built on, since they got like an Native American chief to will it to them. So here he is pitching it to him. They actually said yes, and him and his friends who were working on the Super 8 movie built these little monsters for him, like super cheap, and he took the $1,000 they gave him and he used it to finish his movie.
Huh.
He does lots of other crazy stuff. Like he went on to work for Philips, where he made stuff for CDI.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but you can imagine like games like this with puzzle solving is something you could actually do properly on a CDI.
Indeed, you could.
But also, like, he put together his own like kind of animation studio to make animations for these games. And he worked when that he did the magician David Blaine actually commissioned him to create a puzzle to find a hidden object that he'd actually hidden somewhere in I think out in Los Angeles.
Huh.
So he did something like that. So he's done a lot of interesting things. So people want to check this game out for themselves. You can download it for free from foolserrand.com. So it's fools-errand.
Just put the link in the description.
Yes. If I remember, I will just put the link in the description. You got to be careful with that sometimes, though, because sometimes people lose their domains, and it gets bought up by somebody who isn't on the level. And if YouTube detects you linking to a suspicious site, you can get in trouble. So you got to be careful with linking things in the description.
Fight me, YouTube.
I'm just saying, you can do things in good faith, and it becomes a bad link later on, and then you get penalized for it. But anyhow, you can download the game for yourself. It comes with 2 others Mac games. I think at least one of which may be for later versions and actually be in color. But also, there's a whole lot of information about him. You can see all the interesting things he's done in his career, which I really only scratched the surface of his many and varied occupations. So definitely check out his website if you guys are interested in knowing more about him. But anyhow, if you enjoyed us taking some time to solve some puzzles, make sure you give this episode a like. If you want to catch future episodes, in which maybe we can dispose of the challenges a bit more quickly, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I've been Dan Mastriani. You can catch me on Twitter at NewTechCola.
I'm Ian Butterfield. You can find me on Twitter at ENGButterfield. You can find the show at RetroGamesCNCT, Facebook.com/RetroGameConnect, and RetroGameConnect.com or .tumblr.com. Let us know what you thought of the games we played. Let us know if there are any games you'd like us to play. We can get our hands on them. We might just play them, or we might just throw them at a W and see where they end up.
But most importantly, make sure you join us next time on Retro Game Connect.